We are The Table, and we're so glad that you have taken time out of your week to join us. Welcome to our segment, In 5, where it is our hope that we will guide you forward in life and faith in the next 5 minutes. If you would like to take this conversation deeper and discover from a faith perspective, head on over to thetablejoliet.org.
Hey friends, welcome to N5 episode 14, and today we're continuing our series, Can't We All Just Get Along? And I've entitled today's little message, if that's what we want to call it, Hot Mess Express. In fact, there are people in your life who you look at and you say, man, it is good to be me. Thank God I'm not you. It is good to be me. Thank God I am not you. Usually we consider these people hot mess expresses because, when you look at their life, there's no focus, there's no direction, there's no discipline. They're just kind of running off the rails. But we love to compare our lives to them because it's better to compare our lives to people who've lived lesser lives than people who live better lives. And so we know these people though. You know them, right? These are the people who will be asked to do one thing, and then they end up doing everything but the one thing they were asked to do. I'll give this example. Janelle asked me one time to go get a watermelon for 4th of July. And I came back with $300 worth of fireworks. I don't know how that happened, but I got sidetracked. She says, "Where's the watermelon?" I forgot it. Completely forgot it. The one thing. I'm a hot mess express. What can I say? These are the people that you lie to. You lie to, and you have to tell them that an event starts 15 minutes sooner than what it actually does because you know they're going to be late. And a lot of times they're still late to the original time, which is so frustrating. But let's take a pause for a minute and let's talk about you. Let's talk about me for just a second. Are you somebody who loves to point out what others do wrong? Are you somebody who is constantly annoyed by the little things people do? Come on, you know you got that coworker. It's like that little tick you go in and they keep doing the same thing every day, and every day they do it, it annoys you even more. Maybe you're somebody who loves to celebrate people's stupidity. I'll just say this. It is human nature for most of us. This is the problem. It is human nature for most of us to identify people's mistakes and overlook their strengths. It is easier for us to look at people's messes than it is to look at their strengths. And so I love this. There's some wisdom written long ago, and I think this is so good. It says this: if you, God, kept a record of sin, if you, God, kept a record of sin, who could stand? Who could stand? I love that question. Who would be left? Think about it this way. How would you like the value of your life to be the sum of your accumulated mistakes? Now, that's a good question. How would you like your value to be based upon your mistakes? See, I think this is really a problem for not just you and for me, but culturally, I think this is an issue. That we are so busy trying to catch other people and their mistakes. I call it, we're worried about cancel culture. Let's talk about gotcha culture. It's like everybody is just gotcha, like hanging around the corner, waiting for people to mess up. When you look at the news, when you look at social media, everybody's trying to catch somebody else in the worst moments of their lives. And I just think it has destroyed people and who they are, and as a foundation, as a nation, and as a community, and as a culture of people, we struggle to look at people's strengths. And so I love this because there is a result for keeping records. Like when we keep records of people's lives, when we are constantly pointing out people's mistakes, it's fun to tear them down, but here's the truth. Your foundation, what you have left to stand on is nothing. In fact, there's some research done. I love this. Some research was done on people who are always looking at mistakes. And here's what they found. They put a limit on their own happiness. So they're always angry. They perpetuate depression. They isolate from important relationships. Other people, they stop other people from getting close who actually want to be close to them. They create negative energy. Come on, you've been around these people. You know how much they can suck the life out of a room. It kills the cells in your body. And I know there's a lot of ways we can kill cells in our bodies, but one of them is through negativity. And so when you look at that, like, who's the Hot Mess Express? Like, if you are constantly pointing out people's mistakes instead of their strengths, you have nothing to stand on. That's what happens when we keep a record. So let's just flip that on its head, right? I think this is what relationship wisdom is about. Relationship wisdom are those people who have the ability to acknowledge people's strengths and overlook their mistakes. I'll say it one more time. If you are wise in relationships, meaning, come on, you got to work for it. It's not going to come naturally. Looking at people's strengths is a hard thing to do. But relationship wisdom is the ability to look at people's strengths and overlook their mistakes. Now, this is just my opinion. Out there are all these personality tests. You have the Enneagram, you have Strength Finders, you have, in church world, we have spiritual gifts is what we call it. And so there are all these different programs and all these different tests. Can I just say, I'm not opposed to them. I just don't like being called a number. I don't like being called a name or a label. But here's what I think is true. We might not need them if people went around looking at each other's strengths instead of their mistakes. I mean, think about it. If just you started by pointing out people's giftedness, people's strengths, and where they excel and what they're doing well, instead of where they've screwed it up. Think about the difference that would make in just one life. Now you begin to multiply it. Your friend and their friend and the people that they work with and the people that they go to school with. And all of a sudden, we have a group of people who are looking at people's strengths instead of their mistakes. I'm just telling you, I don't think we need tests to tell us what our strengths are. It's just that we as people need to be strength finders. So this week, here's my challenge to you. Be a strength finder. When you have this split second thought of, man, I can't believe they did that, or why did they look so goofy, or why do they have to be so annoying? When you have that thought, ask this question. What is it about them that I appreciate? What is it about them that makes them gifted and good? And as you begin to look at their strengths, man, it will change your relationships with people, and you will be stronger because of it. So, challenge you, be wise this week. Look at people's strengths and overlook their mistakes.